Well, ready or not, here we are. Anonymous 100 sub celebration live stream. I'd hoped I have a few more people by now, just maybe hanging out and want to talk Christmas stuff because it is the season, but I do not, so I'm talking to myself. I'm so lonely. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. Maybe somebody will scurry in a little later. I'm going to put the link to the stream in the comments section, and somebody scurries in with a StreamYards account, they can join right in if they'd like. So that'd be cool. And what did I just do? Get ready for a lot of boomering tonight, boys and girls. Okay, dead air. I know. This is my first. So, there's the brightest day. We got somebody. He forgot about me. That's okay. That's cool. Brightest day will be joining me ever shortly. And yeah, I'm not really good at this. There's Shane Nolan. Hey, Shane. I got to tell you, the nerves are racking today. It's like going on stage and singing in front of a bunch of people for the first time. Trust me, I was nervous. And today is no different. Yeah, if any of y'all want to get in, be my guest. I've got a list of stuff here that we can talk about. We got movies, we got food, stories, songs, Christmas music. Y'all tell me anything you want. Tell me a story about your past Christmases, toys that you got, incidents during the holiday season. And, maybe they're funny, maybe they're crazy. Maybe, well, hopefully they're not depressing, but we can deal with that too. Thanks, Shane. So I just watched Home Alone again this season. I ain't got to watch a lot of Christmas shows this year, but I'm going to get right on. I'm going to get on it because we have a weird situation. My kid works nights and he only gets off 2 days a week. So we try to watch something Christmassy on the days he's off and try not to leave him out. BK Dan, good to see you, bud. And well, we got Home Alone last night, and my wife had been off, so they had watched It's a Wonderful Life, which I'm going to admit right now on stream that I never watched it. I was always had an aversion to black and white movies, and everybody's a classic. I get it. Everybody loves it. And I'm sure I'd like it. I'm sure. How many quotes I've heard from that movie? It's not even funny. Oh, you will see Shane watch Home Alone. That's just freaking awesome. Just keep the change, you filthy animal. Love that freaking movie. You pick up stuff, even, I love how you watch movies 100 times and then you still pick up stuff from it that you didn't even notice before. My wife was watching it and she never noticed how they knew Kevin was home alone, or the crooks. She finally saw the scene where they're sitting in the van and watched him go into the house or was doing something outside or whatever. And she, of course, this is my wife though, so this is women actually. They tend to. Oh, there's Brightest Day. Hello, hey man.
Here I am, sir. How are you?
I am doing good. Yeah, I was just saying that women tend to not pay attention to movies when they're watching them. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Depends on the movie, but mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't extend to movies too. It sends it TV as well. My ex would constantly walk away and then come back and be like, "Hey, what did I miss?"
Yeah, it's like, oh, I gotta go do. I gotta do a dish or go clean the bathroom for a minute. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to enjoy this with other people, and she just takes off. So
yeah, I definitely got to the point where I'm like, well, if you wanted to know, you'd have stuck around. So I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, I've told her that too. I was like, you want to watch? Well, we can rewind. No, don't do that.
No, just tell me what happened. Well, I don't want to tell you what happened, and if I tell you, you're not going to understand what I'm telling you, so I'm not going to do it.
No, and then I got to stop the movie or stop the show and then explain to you everything and catch you up. I don't want to do that.
They're the same women that'll get upset if you binge watch stuff without them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you're watching it together, they're not there.
Yeah, and then just take off.
Gotta love it.
I love it. It's awesome. So yeah, who we got? We got we still got BK Dan, got Shane.
So anyway, you're over this first hump of subscribers. What do you want to do with your channel?
Oh my gosh,
the big $1 million question.
I still don't know what I want to do with my channel. I mean, I think I've abandoned the news format things, commenting on news articles. Everybody's doing that, and I'm just a white noise.
Yeah, but you can do it your own way. I mean, you always have your own voice to offer. You don't have to try to do the same thing everybody else does, but you can still do it. Like it's not wasted effort as long as your take is honest to yourself.
I always try to be honest, but yeah, I'm not good with the words. I don't know if you noticed, but and expressing myself. I mean, I'm okay talking to other people and a back and forth sort of thing, but just looking at a screen and talking into a can is not my forte, I guess.
I mean, the best thing about pre-recorded content is you can do multiple takes.
Oh yeah, well, plenty of freaking takes. I mess up all the time and stutter, so that's never good. But yeah, I do like making the videos where I get to make fun of them. I write some dialogue, pull clips from TV shows and movies. I got a whole flipping library of content I can pull funny clips from and just kind of roast people.
I mean, just do that then. I mean, do whatever it is you feel comfortable doing all the time. And as long as you do it and it's entertaining, it'll catch.
Yeah. I'm hoping. That's what I like. I'm pretty good at that. I like my Santa Inc. video. That was, well, I'm biased, but it may suck to high heaven, but what do I know? But I did get over, how many views do I got on that? I got several, or a couple hundred now.
I mean, that's pretty good for a video you're not using the promote option for.
Yeah, I'm 5 away from 300, so that's good.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, hot button topics are going to get you views no matter what. So that'll be a good, I mean, probably that's a good format to start out with. Just pick a hot topic that you're going to make fun of, make some really funny jokes and put it out there.
Oh yeah. I noticed that video and the Dave Chappelle video, it was like right when it started. So everybody was like searching for for that content. And that's where, I got the most views on. And then some, are nobody cares about. I did get in hardly, 5 or 4 or 5, 2 views on that one.
I mean, that's going to happen, right? You can't expect everything to get hit.
No.
The only reason I have half as many views on any of my videos are because they're in the shorts feed, which is being promoted by YouTube. And then on certain videos I want to get out there, I will chuck YouTube some money to promote because I don't trust the algorithm to catch on for me.
What do you do there? What's that like?
I mean, it's an option in Studio when you upload the video. You go, you select the options and go promote, and then you give them a budget and a region you want to advertise to, and they send it out there as an ad. That's it. And then it either gets views or it doesn't. But
How much that cost?
As much as you want to spend.
Okay.
It's pretty much it. You can set a daily budget and you can set a maximum budget. So it's really up to you.
I don't know. I'll maybe save that for later. I'm not swimming into money.
I only do it on videos I want people to pay attention to. So like if I want to build an audience, I want an audience that's going to react to the kind of creative videos that I do. So I'll promote those ones, especially like the ones that aren't covering news and hot button topics. So like my promoting thought videos, my Cylon War Stories ones.
Yeah.
I'll promote those pretty good because I want people that want to see that kind of content.
Yeah, that's good. And it may be working for you. I mean, you got a pretty big bump there the past month or so.
Most of that's the Kermit videos I did last month. That got me a ridiculous amount of subscribers.
I watched every one of them. I don't know.
That's someone else's content, so it's kind of disingenuous, but
yeah,
I'm going to lean into it. So
that's fine. Steal it, rip them off. Say, Punk Waddle, good to see you, man. Glad you came out.
Love Punk Waddle.
Let's see, whatever do you do, be yourself and be honest and interested in whatever you cover. Thanks, Shane. He's a good guy, a good supporter.
Yeah, he's everywhere. But that's the truth, though. Like you are just as much the product as your videos are. So you can make the same video as someone else, but if you are the more interesting person, it's going to go better for you.
Yeah. That's a heavy-handed statement there. If
it is
the most interesting.
Well, I mean, that's subjective, right? Yeah, everyone's interests are different, but
oh yeah. I mean, a while ago I was watching or I was looking on YouTube and some lady like draws hey BK Dan.
Hello.
Some lady draws like anime stuff, and seriously, she had more views than Gary on Friday Night Tights. So she had more viewers on the live stream.
I mean, that's people fail to understand sometimes the scope and size of the number of people on YouTube. Our fandom sphere is such a small subsection of YouTube in the macro sense that you'd be flabbergasted. Like any VTuber, any anime channel, like dwarfs the size of channels like ours.
Yeah.
Yep, it's crazy. That's cool though. Hey, everybody's got their niche. Everybody's got their thing they want to watch, you know.
Yep.
It takes all kinds.
Yep. But I came
down to watch knitting though. I gotta judge people who want to watch knitting channel though.
I came on to tell you personally, be yourself above all. Do what makes you happy.
Thanks, man. I will keep that in my heart, and I will not change for nobody. And
that's good.
Or YouTube.
That's good.
So, man, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, toss up. One I just got from my grandsons.
Kung Fu Panda Holiday.
Yep. Or what the hell is it? I'll think of it. Sorry. I would have to say the Star Wars Lego special. That was hilarious. I have not seen that. It's on Disney Plus. That was hilarious last year.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
There you go.
Ooh. That's a twofer. All day.
That's a twofer.
It is Halloween and Christmas. You're right.
Yep.
With a close follow-up being Gremlins.
Oh, yeah. Gremlins was... It's still a twofer, horror and Christmas.
The first Lethal Weapon.
You mean Die Hard?
No, the first Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. That's right. Around Christmas. That's right. That was on Christmas.
Yeah. Yep. It's just as Christmas movie as Die Hard was.
According to Bruce Willis, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Well,
He's on YouTube saying it. It's not a Christmas movie.
yeah, well, public opinion says otherwise.
Right.
I think the way I've defined this now is any movie you would watch on Christmas is a Christmas movie. So
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that opens the door.
I watched Just Friends. I think it's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Story of my life, sort of. I'm not gonna go into that story, but yeah, they made that movie about me. I got a toss up. Or not a toss up. There's so many freaking Christmas movies, but I'm gonna have to go with Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Ooh, yeah.
That hit me so hard when I was a kid. I was dying laughing. I was crying at several scenes. I can't not go a year without watching Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. That one's effing hilarious. Yeah. Effing hilarious.
Another movie you couldn't make today.
No, you could not make it.
If you do, it would suck.
You can't make that movie today, no.
Well, they tried to make it again for like straight for TV, and it was terrible. It was god awful.
I'm glad I missed it.
Yeah, it was like with Uncle Eddie, or Eddie was like the main character of it, and it was just dumb.
No.
So Macklin was telling me that the supposed remake of A Princess Bride is basically being put to death.
Is it?
I mean, that's the rumor. So
good. Let classics live the way they are.
Yeah, they gotta stop. They gotta leave that crap alone.
Yep.
As she told me, Cary Elwes himself went on Twitter and said, "There's a shortage of perfect movies in the world. It would be a shame to lose this one."
And it does damage to it, does it not? Just whenever they rape an IP, basically, a lot of people look at the older one different. I mean, a remake is different than like a continuation, but
right.
You know, I'm trying to get an example. Like, yeah, this is where my brain stops functioning. I know there's plenty of movies or TV shows that are remakes of an older one, but the older one was way better. But you can still look at the older one and just love it still. But then they continue it on, like, well, Star Wars, freaking Star Wars.
I mean, take your pick of anything in the last 5 years.
Yeah, true. But yeah,
are you talking the first trilogy, as in 77 to 80 something?
Yeah,
or the prequel trilogy.
The original trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah,
those are the best.
Versus the sequel trilogy.
Okay.
It's all a continuating story that basically it ruined the original trilogy for a lot of people. Yeah. Because they know where it's going. They know, well, Luke's drinking the titty milk. So, and we got Mary Sue Ray. So why would I mean, it didn't ruin for me. We have to get in our mindset that there were no sequel trilogy.
Right.
Only 3 to 6 Star Wars movies.
They were all. It's another person's vision.
Yeah.
It's why I looked at it.
Yeah, it's fan film. So
yeah,
bad fan films. But so I try not to let stuff like that ruin it for the old stuff, because I mean, I grew up on that stuff. I love that stuff, and I can't not stop hating it.
Right.
Just because they want to screw it over in the now.
In fact, Empire was my first movie in the theater because I saw Star Wars on beta. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
And 2 days later, I saw Empire.
So you waited a while to watch Star Wars, didn't you?
Well, I was still a kid, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go watch Star Wars in a theater when I was like 4. It was, I remember that day too. I remember like really good key scenes of the movie and getting lost when I went up to go to the bathroom by myself because, my mom wasn't a good parent. But, that day was like freaking magic for me. Loved Star Wars ever since.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too.
I mean, I remember wearing out my VHS copy of the first extended edition that came out. Like literally wearing the tape so thin it broke.
Oh man, yeah.
I did that with Princess Bride.
And especially on Empire, because Empire is, chef's kiss.
Oh yeah.
Man, back in the day, I didn't even like Empire that much. It was so slow and boring for me. It was. I'm ashamed to say that, but I mean, I was a kid and I wanted dog fights in space and more, more of the space stuff. And I got was Luke on Dagobah just running around with a green puppet on his back, and I liked it, but it wasn't as exciting for me as the first one and the second one. But later on, when I got a little older and teenager years, or
for
Empire was freaking awesome.
When I first saw Empire, I was at the right age where Yoda and R2 fighting over that little light stick.
Yeah.
That was hilarious to me as a kid. Yoda picks up his little stick and starts beating R2 with it. Yeah.
See, what sticks out to me now is, and Shadowversity did a great job of breaking this down, is the dueling between Luke and Vader and how it plays into the kendo style that feeds into the same kind of aesthetics he drew for Vader's armor and his samurai form, and how the little details of how Luke moves versus how Vader moves and how Vader toys with him the whole time. It's something that when you look at it when you're older, you get a much finer appreciation for. Yeah. Whereas when you look at like the throne room battle and, the Last Jedi, that you realize there's a massive drop in quality for fight choreography.
Yeah. The Vader, Lucas had an idea of how the lightsabers were. They were supposed to be heavy in hand. I remember watching some of the behind the scenes or the making of and stuff, and he wanted them to be like using two hands most of the time because they were supposed to be heavy when they were activated. And that goes along with how the fight choreography that they had. You saw them, how they did their battle or their lightsaber battles. They were a lot of that was two-handed.
Yep.
It wasn't fancy, I guess.
Yeah, you have, I'm not going to say slow, but more controlled, precise movements. You don't have as many fancy spin moves as you do even in the prequels.
Yeah. Right.
Oh crap! When he in the Empire, when he spun around and hit that, I was like, boy, that's fancy. that was the fanciest it got, and I loved that part. I was like, dang.
I think if that's something they were going to improve upon in the sequels, they could have gotten much more talented, because by this time, a lot of people have come up with very intricate moves based purely around wielding a lightsaber. Like there are entire, sports dueling competitions around this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they could have gone all out and had extra fancy moves, and it would have looked fairly natural because people have done it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how people will take something like that and just go just take off with it and do their own thing and make it better and improve on it. And I always thought that was pretty cool.
The other thing that I would have done, and I like to theorize sometimes about how if you were going to redo elements of the sequel trilogy in a good way, how to rebuild Rey from the ground up as a good character. And the one thing I like to stick on is that she wields a staff for the first part of the first movie, and she's not shown as being very, not very skilled with it, honestly. But if you had shown her with using it like a spear or a polearm to fend off some creature, what you could have then done is taken a lightsaber and grafted it onto the end of it and made her have like a lightsaber polearm, like a Naginata, and then she could have studied Naginata skills.
Yeah, that would have been good. To be honest with you, I was kind of expecting that, until the end where she just cut it off, and that lightsaber looks stupid, by the way. But what am I talking about? We haven't really seen anybody with a like a staff type lightsaber, have we?
Oh, I mean, you have
Darth Maul with double-bladed.
Yes, Darth Maul with that one. You've got some of the fancier ones that came out in Visions. I want to say there was another one that was kind of different, but nothing like a long haft with an extended blade on the end of it. Like, and you could have even made it out of the metal, the Mandalorian metal Beskar.
Yeah.
To prevent her from getting it cut in half.
Yep.
Or that could have been something used later on to be like a detriment. Like she's using this weapon and all of a sudden it gets cut in half, and oh god, what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
Like that. There could have been that one change could have made a lot of difference.
Yeah. No. What could have been?
Yeah.
Hey, Bone. Glad you made it, bud.
Yeah.
Or gal. I don't know.
Kitty.
The other thing I like to see broken down from time to time is the military tactics of the rebellion / the resistance and how piss poor they are. Like they lose nearly every major military conflict that happens in the entire saga. They get their asses kicked like every time.
Yeah. It's it goes back to poor writing and people who don't know anything about such things.
I think for the most part, it's like they're supposed to lose, right? They're fighting up against a massively more powerful force with far too many resources and arguably better generals. But some of the, and I wish I could find the article, but it gets worse in the sequel trilogy, right? It gets so much worse. But even in the original trilogy, when they're on Hoth, like they're relying on a stationary position, trying to hold off a far superior force long enough to just get the hell away. Like it's such a dire, overwhelming scenario that they're in all the time, and it just I think that not enough light was shown on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back at regular Star Wars. They're not very mobile. They don't have like a ton of ships, or if they are, they're scattered. So they can't be mobilized fast. So when the Empire does find their base, they're kind of stuck, and doing whatever they can to survive.
I mean, their most effective starship is that one Mon Cal cruiser. I think there's that. There's the Rebel blockade runner, and other than that, they don't have too many other like purpose-built capital fighting ships.
No, I mean they take a medical frigate into battle. They don't have a lot.
No.
There's a channel that breaks down battles like that and the details of the ships. That's Eckhart's Ladder. Is one of the bigger Star Wars channels. I love his stuff. He goes into excellent technical detail on the capabilities of each ship and kind of breaks down its relative strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Always, I don't know. I've always been a big, giant fan of see, that's where my brain.
The thing.
Yeah, the thing. You know the thing. Come on, man. Fighter.
Starfighters.
Starfighter. There you go.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that.
No,
yeah, Starfighter battles. Starfighter fights. I never got enough of that as a kid. Star Wars was like awesome because of for me because of that. And after those, you didn't get a whole lot. So I was like eating up whatever I could find. I had spaceships that were just, doing dog fights in space, and I just didn't get enough of it growing up. I don't know why.
It's exciting. It's eye candy,
Yeah.
And I did that video on the necessity of starfighters specifically for that reason. Like at a certain point, a fighter doesn't make any sense in a space military environment, but you still see them. And I think the large majority of people that responded to that video were like, yeah, they're necessary, even if sometimes they're hard to justify.
Yeah, they're supposed to be, I think, meant to go places that the big ones can't go. So if you're, in space with gigantic ships just duking it out, starfighters really don't make any sense. But if you need to go to a planet, you need to go, down to a planet or, invade a base or something. that's ray shielded or whatever you want to call it. Just in those areas and instances that a big ship can't get to, or are a little less ineffective or more ineffective, whatever. Starfighters make more sense.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, that was kind of the not the synopsis, the concurrence is that they're necessary, even if only in certain scenarios. So to be kind like, this is like a necessary evil. Like, yeah, you have to show up the resources for this, even if we're not going to use them all that much. It's like a need it and not have it versus a have it and not need it thing.
Yeah, and it depends on how powerful they are. If they can do damage to a bigger ship, they're like, they'd be better than just a bunch of mosquitoes flying around. But if they can do damage to certain areas of a big ship, that would be very advantageous.
Just like in believe it or not, slightly off topic, the ships in Babylon 5.
The Star Fury.
Not just the Star Furies. They oh, come on, Dan. The White Stars.
Yeah, they were very powerful.
Oh yeah, because they were not terribly large, but still able to take on a regular starship. So yeah,
it's hard to remember how big they were against compared to a fighter.
Huge to a fighter, but small to a destroyer.
They were something like a frigate then, almost.
Yeah,
mid-sized. That's
yeah.
And that falls into one of the gray areas I put in that video is the Rocinante from The Expanse falls in that category. It's too large to be considered like a fighter plane, but it's too small to be a capital ship. It's this light missile frigate, but it's extremely maneuverable and it packs a lot of weapons onto its tiny frame, so it's extremely effective in battle.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with Expanse, so.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I watched first episode, and then I was planning on watching the rest of it, and it just got out of my brain, and I forgot to go back and watch it. And
what service is it on?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon. Okay.
And I think you can get it on Tubi. I'll check. The first 3 seasons are
I got Amazon Prime, so okay.
Okay, yeah. So at least watch the first 3 seasons. The 6th is out right now, like it's premiering right now.
Okay.
But I would suggest watch the first 3 seasons if you want just one complete story, because 4, 5, and 6 are varying quality. 4 is very, it's very rushed and very compact. 5 is where that whole Cass Anvar thing happened, where they got rid of him and not faked his death, but just shoehorned his death in at the end. And then 6 is happening right now, and they're trying to compress a lot of story into a very short season, so it's probably not going to be very good. But the first 3 are absolute gold.
Okay. Whereas Babylon 5 is on HBO Max, and it's five seasons, and it's one complete story from start to finish, all 5 seasons.
Yeah, that's been on my. Actually, I might try to watch that this year, this upcoming year.
You know, watch Babylon 5.
They're also going to do a reboot of Babylon 5 on the CW.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, me neither. Oh yeah.
So I watched a little bit of it when it came out, but I never got the chance to watch it all the way, so I never really finished it.
Yeah,
I don't even remember where I stopped. So.
Yeah, then you'll forget everything. So yeah, start from the beginning.
It's on HBO Max, so.
Right.
The Babylon 5 was one of those shows that when it came out, it was utilizing all the digital effects that it could muster.
Right.
And it was, the early stages. It was in its infancy, so it really wasn't that good.
It was done on like an Amiga, right?
On a what?
On an Apple Amiga, or not an Apple Amiga.
I don't know exactly what they were using. But they didn't. I mean, it wasn't great. But you have to, if you can look past it, which I can. It's not terrible, but it's
not
compared to today's standards. I mean, it's hard to not compare to today's standards. But back then, it was
Yeah,
you
this is right
watch.
here. The visual effects were achieved using Amiga-based video toasters at first, and later Pentium, Macintosh, and Alpha-based system using Lightwave 3D. So yeah, the really, really early computers and graphics softwares.
Yeah, lightweight. Yeah.
Technically cutting edge stuff.
At the time.
Oh yeah, at the time. Yeah. Not a lot of people. I think they use the same kind of stuff on like sliders and
Yeah, right, because they had the wormhole effect.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, if you put that in perspective and then go look at it objectively, it actually looks pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. For the day, it was great. I mean, I was blown away by it back then. I didn't get to watch it all back then. What channel did it come on? Because we didn't get a
Sci-Fi
lot
Channel.
of channels, and we were poor and all that crap, so it didn't have like all the channels. And was it Fox or UPN?
That's a good question.
We definitely didn't
Syndicated
get anything on
television.
UPN.
Parts that originally aired from 1930. It says syndicated TV, so
Yeah, well, so was
I don't know
Star
what that
Trek, but
means. Yeah,
still on CBS.
news distribution. Yeah, from Warner. Domestic pay TV cable. So it would have been like. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah. Regardless, it was inaccessible at the time. I may have watched it on some other station, picked it up in syndication again. If you're like a season or 2 seasons behind, another channel would rerun some stuff. And I didn't get to watch a whole lot, but several years ago, I was able to acquire Babylon 5 and watch the whole thing, and it was still pretty good.
It is.
Stories are great. Stories are good.
Yeah, so it says PTEN, which is an acronym I don't recognize.
No.
And then it was on TNT for the 5th season.
Yeah, that's probably where I watched it.
Primetime Entertainment Network. It's a now defunct broadcast network.
So yeah, that's why I didn't watch it.
A joint venture between Warner Brothers and Chris Craft Industries. So yeah, this is just whatever network was available at the time.
Yeah.
The service sought affiliations with various TV stations not affiliated with Big Three television networks. However, close to half of PTN's initial affiliates were stations that were affiliated already with Fox. As a result, these stations usually scheduled programming around Fox's. So it was like a Fox affiliate, basically.
Okay.
Just by proxy.
Yeah, and still would explain why I didn't watch it, because I didn't get Fox for a long time.
Yeah, which may have been actually where I saw the little bit of it I saw would have been on whatever the local Fox network is.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I had a tax to take care of.
You're good.
Oh, me too, Shane. I still do.
So what? Have to get our live stream back on track. But do you guys still like watch any TV shows that have like Christmas episodes?
I don't watch TV, honestly.
You don't have any TV seasons?
I don't have any cable. I don't have regular TV programming. I'll either find what I want to watch or I'll watch YouTube. It's kind of where I'm at right now.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about stuff that's on today, but like old stuff.
I have Frasier. Like I have the entire
like Frasier. You watch? Yeah. Like I will go back and from like all the old TV shows that I loved, like Frasier. I love Frasier, and like pick out the Thanksgiving and the Christmas episodes and like rewatch those during the season.
I just started from the beginning, probably a few months back, trying to just watch the whole thing all the way through. And I think I got like 12 episodes in before I got busy doing something else, which is usually how my brain works.
Yeah. Some things can't hold your attention long enough, I guess.
I got the ADHD, so
yeah, I do too. But visual entertainment will keep me planted in my seat for some reason. That's the one thing that I can do that won't make my brain just run off into a tangent somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know. As I get older, and I'm not old, but I'm getting there. It's just my brain just. I'm at the point where I feel like I need to be productive with something, and when I'm not being productive, it bothers me. So sitting down watching TV has just fallen by the wayside in recent years.
You don't have the lazy streak I have then. That's all right, man. No, being productive is awesome. I mean, if you can get some stuff done, yeah, do it. TV is not the end all beat all to life.
Right.
It didn't help that for the last couple of years of my last marriage, my ex and I just did nothing but sit down and watch TV, and I just got tired of it.
Yeah. I get that. I get it. I mean, I got to do stuff. I'm like one of those jack of all trades, but master of none. So I'm into woodworking and drawing, music. Starting to get back into comic books again, but I don't. There's no new stuff to buy, so I've been trying to pick up some old stuff. And
there's plenty of new stuff if you go to the indie market.
Well, there's no market around here, so.
So I know on the Rogue Entertainment Group, Vinny Art has three separate Indiegogo campaigns he's running, and his art is fantastic. So Shadow of the Kraken is his big one. It's like a pirate adventure, and then he's got Through the Woods, and I can't remember the other one, City of something, and it's blanking on my head, but I'll link Vinny Art's channel in the private chat real quick, and you'll just see the quality of art that he's got.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Comicsgate, but
well, none of that stuff means anything to me. That was before my time, and I don't know. I don't really understand what's going on with that.
It's just basically an independent movement of artists and producers of comics.
Cool. Silent Knight's in the chat. Good to see you, guy. And Rough Girl, thank you.
Hey, Rough Girl.
Thinking of Christmas episodes, one just came to mind: the MASH episodes.
Okay.
The MASH Christmas episodes. Yeah, those just came to mind.
Let's hope they don't remake MASH.
No,
I hope not. I hope not.
No, well.
The only good thing about Babylon 5 remake is J. Michael Straczynski is doing it. So.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
We're probably gonna say the same thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be faithful to the original, and that's a lot of people's fears.
I know, but that's the only good thing going for it. I said.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's already come out and said he wants it to be more. I can't remember the word, but basically progressive, or.
I hope not.
It's an assumption you can make at this point.
Then. Yeah, it's a valid assumption, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just have to wait and see. It's one of those where you just got to wait and see. And they're trying to do Stargate again, and that's just
Amazon. Yeah.
I don't know, not Amazon. It's
pretty
Amazon.
They were talking about doing Battlestar too, and that's been dead in the water for a little bit now.
Yeah.
Really?
I thought they were. Yeah, I thought they were redoing it.
It's it's a project that's out there, but they've lost like showrunners and writers and key people all over the place, and they just haven't been able to get the project running from what I've been able to see. Well, like they never got the momentum, or just no news has come out about it.
What else could they do to it though, without like going back to the original?
So there's a couple of things that they could do that they won't, and the first would be to if you're going to set it in the Ronald D. Moore universe, which is what they were talking about doing, to set it before the events of the 2004 series, during the time of the first Cylon War.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a prequel.
And it's sort of. But the problem is a lot of that lore was already deemed canon by the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock video game that came out in 2016. Like that was the lore in that game is canon. So, but you could
Ties their
still,
hand.
you could do things like I'm doing with my Cylon War Stories videos, where you tell small personal level stories during the course of that war, and that would resonate with people really well.
Yeah.
And you'd have the freedom to do almost anything you wanted.
Yeah, but that would be really hard, I think, if it required a different cast every episode.
Yeah, you get some cheap extras.
Yeah.
Or,
have to
or
find
you
the
follow
leading character, everyone, but
I don't know. If you wanted to, you could either follow, like, say you followed like a fire team from place to place and they had to deal with certain things. Like you could keep it around a central core of characters.
yeah.
Or you could, and I hate this because I don't like the show very much. You could do the American Horror Story route, where the same actors play different people in a season or a story. You could do that. But again, I'm not a huge fan of American Horror Story after the first season, so
Hey, I don't know if I'd like that or not. I
only saw the second myself, so Coven. That's the only one I saw.
Yeah.
I started to watch the Carnival one, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it went off the rails pretty quickly for me. But yeah, I think you could probably take, like, here's this team of people that have had to go from ship to ship and planet to planet and place to place and deal with certain things during the course of this incredibly brutal war. And you could do like almost like a Band of Brothers kind of thing.
Yeah. If you had the creative people, which I don't think they have enough creative people now to pull something interesting off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll figure it out if they ever release anything, but we're not there yet.
You might catch yourself lucky that they shelved it if they do completely shelve it, just for the time being, anyway.
I definitely do.
If they could shelve Stargate right now, I'd be so happy. It's like, don't touch it. You come out, when all this crap is over and people come to their senses. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but maybe pull Stargate off the shelf again, because I don't know. Have you watched Stargate Universe?
I did.
I don't think I watched anything past the movie.
Okay. Stargate was it's very good. You know how when people make a show, sometimes it could seem robotic and be, people are uninterested in what they're doing, and it shows. Stargate's not that way. Stargate, you can tell that these people really love doing what they were doing, and the show was made with what I like, what we all call heart. It had a lot of heart, and it permeated the episodes. Not all the episodes were great, but some of them were super good. Of course, that's just every show. You have some stinkers and you have some awesome ones, but it was different than the movie, but still it took from the movie. But you might Bryce, they might like Stargate Universe. I did not like it for the fact that they changed the formula of the show to match Battlestar Galactica, because it was a hot item back then, and it just didn't have that same feel anymore for me. And they did some unscrupulous things in season 2 that kind of jumped the shark for me. So that was not Stargate at all. But
partway through 1 for me with Rush and the colonel. I can't remember his last name.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it, so the names are
dealing with those two together.
Yeah,
what happened between the two of them on the planet. Yeah,
the planet one. Yeah, but the whole touchstone thing, swapping bodies and doing stuff they should not have been doing, that was just
that was a little too screwy. That was too screwy for me.
Yeah. Now, if it was something in a grittier show, that was originally like that, then yeah, it might have made sense, but it still was
Mhm.
a little over the top for me. But it wasn't a Stargate sort of thing, and it
Right.
didn't really belong. It didn't belong. But
No.
that's just me. Some people like Stargate U.
Wasn't that the one?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
If they were going to do that, they should have done that in Atlantis before that, because there was a couple of seasons of crossover between SG1 and Atlantis also.
Yeah. They didn't.
Sorry, Brightest Day.
I was going to ask if Universe was the one where they started to introduce what we would consider woke elements, right? That's what I had heard.
Yeah. It was.
So that makes
it did.
sense.
It introduced some stuff, and it's not even. It was no. Well, I mean, yeah, it did, but it was more of. It wasn't even that. Of course, I wasn't looking for that kind of stuff back then, except for the. I might tick people off. I don't care, but I've watched the homosexual agenda in TV shows for several years.
Hey, can you mod me real quick?
Oh yeah, sorry. If I figure that how.
Go to the YouTube chat on your stream and click the options next to this.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah.
Hurry up with that. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be that fast. I think the problem with these things is that they're supposed to, like, if someone types that in as a URL, it leads to a hacking attempt. But yeah, so you click on the options next to my chat there, and it should say Add Moderator.
Oh, there you are. I was going to do that. Put user in timeout, block user. No.
You got to report them too.
It doesn't give me the option.
That's interesting. It should.
There's a star. What's the star for?
Oh, are you in StreamYard chat or the YouTube?
Oh,
you got to go to the YouTube chat.
Okay.
You see, I can report on as a regular user, but a moderator would be able to do more.
It's just good to have a mod too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What I'm doing here? Oh.
That's okay. Yeah, I'll just report just for that.
How do I go to the YouTube chat?
You open your stream.
Yeah, open.
I'm on a different account on my stream, so I gotta go to YouTube here.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you are logged into YouTube under your account, and you go to a stream, if you have your stream open, you can make someone a mod. You can do it from Studio too, but there's more steps.
Add moderator. There we go. Now you are a wrench, my friend.
Excellent. And I think I already reported.
I just reported it. So
yeah, I was trying to
as a user, I reported it.
I was going to try to block it, or not block, but ban it, and I don't see it anymore. That's all right. The next one that pops up, we'll get it.
Okay, sorry. I reported it. I don't know if that was me reporting it that blocked you from blocking it. If that makes sense.
That's all right. I don't think any of us really know.
Yeah.
I wasn't too fast on that as report it, so.
I don't know what do they get out of that? I don't understand I see that a lot. So what do they get? It's not even a link. So what's up with that?
I think they just are requiring people to get curious enough to, copy that and paste it and figure out that they have to delete the spaces. And I don't know. It seems pretty far-fetched, but
oh well.
It's just not as egregious as the other bots that were there.
Yeah, I've seen those. It's ridiculous.
I see some in comments once in a while that give you a WhatsApp link. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, just don't follow links.
Yeah, don't follow links in chat. Don't open links in your email. Just don't follow them in chat.
Well,
be all right. Music. Let's move to music. How about that?
Excellent. Yeah, I've got probably like 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go set up for my read. But
okay.
Yeah, let's move on to a different topic.
Okay. But all right, new music versus old music. How about that?
80s for me.
80s. Well, I'm talking about Christmas music now. This is the
Christmas.
Yeah.
Sorry. Old classics, like 60s and 70s for Christmas music.
Oh, for Christmas music or music in general?
Yeah, Christmas music.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I'm out of this one. If it's not like Mannheim Steamroller, I got nothing.
Really? You don't listen to like anything like Andy Williams or Dean Martin and
No, not really. When you work retail for a few years, you get sick of Christmas music pretty quick.
oh, you poor guy.
I did that for a little while too, but yeah.
I can't help it. Christmas music, awesome. Freaking Chuck Berry. I got a whole list of freaking songs that I listen to every year. I started out at the beginning of the month, and I listened to them in the car on the way to work and back, and I just can't help myself. I love Christmas music. The good ones. I had to pick out all the best ones, but some of the stuff nowadays I just can't stand, like Mariah Carey and
To be fair, I don't think Mariah Carey can stand that song anymore either.
oh god, yeah. Some of the versions of Christmas music has just been just horrendous, and they just butcher them with their incessant warbling and weird takes on them. That's why it drove me back to the classic stuff I would hear on the radio growing up, Frank Sinatra and White Christmas and Wonderful Time of the Year, Andy Williams. Man, those were the best ones. And some of the new ones are fine. Some of the new ones are great. I like I like a lot of the ones on the Christmas Vacation soundtrack. I still listen to that. Scrooged.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Scrooged.
Annie Lennox.
Okay.
That Put a Little Love in Your Heart song. Well, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the classics are great. I would highly recommend if you haven't listened to them.
One I used to love as a kid. I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. I used to love that as a kid.
I always like the funnier songs when the kid.
Yeah. I loved it.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, have you heard the sequel to that one?
I probably have. They've been.
Grandpa's going to sue the pants off Santa.
Oh, jeez. Somebody had to do it.
Same guy. I can't remember, but yeah, it's on YouTube too. But Grandpa's going to sue the pants off Santa.
Yep. Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis. I was just listening to that on the way home. That's
nice.
one of the good ones. That's the 80s and stuff. So,
yep.
Ray Charles, That Spirit of Christmas. That was freaking. I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my friend. Well, congratulations on your 100. I hope you do good things with your channel. I am going to dip out. It's been good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming by, and you plug whatever you want. I know most people in here know who you are, but
yeah, I'm good. We're in good company here.
Okay.
I'll catch you guys later.
Thanks, man, sir. See you later. Yeah, we won't go too long. I was looking to go about an hour, just shoot the breeze and try it out. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I did terrible. We kind of veered off into sci-fi there, which was cool. I'm a big sci-fi guy.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. What do you say your favorite Christmas movie was?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with what you mentioned earlier, Scrooged.
Yeah, Scrooge is great. That's in my top 5 for sure.
Can you get me to the building?
Thanks, man.
What can you get me to the building? What floor? Yeah.
Buster, what was his name? The elf.
What? Oh yes. It's been forever since I've seen it.
Oh man, I hate that. I hate it when I'm not good with names. But yeah, he was the highlight of the movie, I think.
Mm.
Hey, Frank, you don't know what's going on. I had a whole list. What am I doing? Buster Keaton. No, it's not
Oh, there you
Buster
go.
Keaton.
No, it's
That's
not.
like that old timey comedian guy
Yeah.
that did black and white movies. I don't want to say Buster Douglas, but I ain't. Why don't
No.
I just like look it up? No, it's David Johansen. Buster. What in the world was I thinking? David Johansen. That's crazy.
Yep.
Lovely Sherry's in the chat. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
Uncle Waddle's still lurking. He ain't got no opinions on anything. That's all right. Sorry, we got Buster Keaton stuck in his head. That's all right. David Johansen. So,
Oh, you've been watching Hawkeye? That's very Christmassy.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I've been meaning to watch the rest, but it's just hard to just get myself to do it.
It's very Christmassy. So,
oh yeah, I don't want them to ruin my Christmas.
well, the last episode's going to be Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Is it? No. 22nd. Yeah. 22nd is the last episode.
Is it?
Yep. It's got a great Christmas feel. So yeah.
It's hard to get excited about it. Even the Christmas stuff can't save it. To be honest.
Really? Don't really get into the Marvel thing?
Well, no, I love Marvel. It's not what it was.
Okay, fair enough.
Have you not been keeping up with, what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. Yeah, it's just
not your thing.
No, it's not my thing. It's the message. I don't like the message.
Okay, fair enough.
But man, I loved all the old Marvel stuff.
I enjoyed the crap out of the old X-Men cartoon when I was a kid.
Oh, freaking X-Men! They even had a Christmas X-Men cartoon.
They did. Oh my god!
Yes, did you not remember that?
No.
What was it called? It had a name. I can't remember. An X-Men Christmas or something. Where they were down in the tunnels with the Morlocks.
Okay.
I think they caught Leech stealing something, and they took pity on them because they didn't have anything and brought them back to the mansion at Christmas.
Do you remember this show from the early 80s, Silver Spoons?
Yeah, I watched some of Silver Spoons. I didn't watch it all.
There was a Christmas episode on that, like the first season.
Yeah.
There, where Ricky Schroeder finds the family hiding out in the cave on their property. Do you remember that?
No, I didn't see that one.
The first season.
I wonder if that's on.
You can find it on tubes, yeah.
Yeah, we tend to watch some older stuff on like Roku TV or Tubi or whatever. Was watching Benson not too long ago.
There's another good one, Benson.
Yeah, Benson was a good show. I like sarcasm, and they was full of sarcasm. Oh yeah, I saw this, Shane. I seen it once at Dennis Leary was the like crook that held them hostage and
Hmm.
stuff. I can't remember the name of it now. There's lots of great Christmas stuff out there.
Silver Spoons is on Fubo.
There you go.
Yep.
Might
It's
take a
also
look
on
at
Peacock. Okay.
There you go. What's your favorite Christmas food, man?
Believe it or not, even though I'm a diabetic, fruitcake. Even though I'm a diabetic,
I don't think they make diabetic fruitcakes.
Nope. Nope.
And it's fruitcake at that. What? That's the last thing I would have thought you would have said.
Just like pumpkin pie is my favorite Thanksgiving food. Yeah.
Oh, I like pumpkin pie either way. I'll make them both.
You see, my mother was craving pumpkin pie when she was pregnant with me, and I still love pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Pumpkin pie is one of the greatest things in the world.
Oh God, yes.
And then you add it to a cheesecake, and things just get better from there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know where you live, but in my area we have Connecticut. Probably not in your area, but there's an ice cream shop called Andy's.
Nope.
It's not it's ice cream. It's custard. Andy's custard. And for some reason, every October they have pumpkin pie what they call concrete. It's concrete because it's so thick you can hold it upside down and it won't fall out. But they have pumpkin pie, fresh pumpkin pie, and not just pumpkin flavored. It's an actual piece of pie blended up in your ice cream. And every year I go down and get one with cheesecake in it. It is the best freaking thing I've ever ate in my life. I wait all year to get that. All year.
What part of the country are you in?
Somewhere in the central time zone.
Okay.
I like to stay anonymous as much as I can.
Anonymous.
Yeah. But yeah, I do a lot of cooking for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I got for where I work, I generally make these big old batch of chocolate chunk cookies for the crew. Big old pan full of them. Everybody loves. I'm not much of a baker. I have gotten better. I make a good cheesecake. I make a good pumpkin pie, but I'm not like, I make the cookies are good, but I don't make like cakes and weird fancy things. It's just, there's a lot of science that goes into baking things that I tend to mess up.
My daughter's the baker in the family, so yeah, that's what I have her for.
There you go, man. You got a maid now.
Yep.
If you get somebody else to do it for you, life is good.
Yep. Well, it's an hour and 10. You about ready to call it, or?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this. And I would like to thank BK Dan. You got anything going on? You got a channel? You got
No, I got a channel, but I don't do anything with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
sorry.
That's fine. You know, I'm all here to support everybody as much as I can. Check out I know Rough Girl. She's got a channel. She's doing stuff. Go check out Rough Girl. Go check out Brightest Day. Lovely Sherry. I don't know if you got a channel or not. I think you do. I think I subbed to you. I can't remember. I do things and then I forget. So my brain is non-functional half the time. So yeah, I would like to I appreciate everybody who dropped by. This is my very first hosted live stream, so I hope everything went well and everybody had a good time. Talking about Christmas and or sci-fi. we do have ADHD here, so we get off on tangents. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I hope you had a happy Hanukkah for my Jewish friends out there, if you are Jewish. And I hope you get everything you want for Christmas. And you guys have a good night. Love you.
Bye-bye, man.
See ya.